Hello survivors, welcome to a brand new Soulstone Survivors Silly Saturday video. Today we're playing the Pyromancer. We'll get through the ruins as we go, but we're going to be doing this on +0 for maximum fun. We're going to try and see how far we can take it with +0. And it's going to be a Meteor Shower build. We've got Weapon Expert, we've got the Reroll Mastery, of course, because we've got Divine Legacy, and then Efficiency Extraction can be anything you want. I'm just using it to farm some free materials. And then we got Advanced Tactics, Synergetic, and Battle Proficiency. Battle Proficiency, again, is another one that you can just run whatever you want. I just ran it because, I don't know, I guess I didn't think I needed defenses. I think if you're running this on a higher level, sure-footed will definitely be helpful, or even the dash mastery. So think about those two if you want. They're going to be very strong for you. Over here we're going to grab chromatic bolts just once, so we can grab ourselves poison on hit, and then the rest of it you'll see is going to be you know, kind of standard stuff, looking for skills that apply whatever it is that we're using every so many seconds. So we're looking for combustion, flamethrower, the arcane beam, and so on and so forth, because that's going to help us apply burn as quickly as possible. And we're trying to do that because we're going to get the Midorahks passives that allow us to crit with the more burns that you have with the fire skill, and then we're going to have Meteor Shower dealing massive amounts of damage because of that. So that's the plan. Let's see if we can get it going. So there's our Meteor Shower. We finally get an attack. I mean a poison. Fire to chaos is going to be okay, but the poison, I mean the damage over there is much better. We get a burn to slow as well, which is going to help us. And we need to now get rid of our chromatic bolts using either the flamethrower or combustion. We're trying to get both, but it's actually probably better if we keep 2 chaos skills. And it's also nice because this also deals damage based on the number of burn stacks on an enemy. So it's actually really good to have a double burn stacking skill. So we've got Meteor and we've got the Chaos Eruption. But we do need to get rid of the chromatic bolt. So I'm actually going to, let's just reroll. Okay, we'll take this for now. Just so we get rid of it, we can add the critical strike chance. I should have actually just taken the damage. I mean the burn stacks, because we're going to get so much crit for our fire skills anyway. But it's fine, it doesn't really matter too much. 1 or 2 mistakes here or bad choices isn't going to ruin anything. Okay, a couple of things we need is we are going to need the skill, but also we are going to need a lot of cast frequency. I think cast frequency, yep, this is very good, a 0.25 second disarray stacking time is actually really good. Going to apply negative effects like a monster. And we need area of effect on the Meteor Storm as well, along with you know, cast frequency, damage, all the good stuff, multicasting, because the more we can cast it the better, of course. Alright, we are still looking for the skill. We're not finding it. Maybe I must just grab Meteor instead, but for now it's fine. This is going to help us get the increase to what do we call it, these like arcane fire. So we do actually want a fire skill chain, so getting something like that is going to be beautiful and help us a lot. So I'm happy to see that. I'm actually happy for us to have the chaos skills or triple chaos skill, because it's more likely to get chaos to fire and arcane fire skill chains if you have less fire skills than the other skills.
The flames demand more of you. Keep going. Piece by piece, the fire spreads.
Ascension is back up. You can see it on the minimap. So picking it up is of course extra burn stacks, extra shattered, extra damage overall. Very, very nice to have it. Very easy to keep up and running as well. You just need to defeat bosses and elites and you gain energy. You can invest a little bit in it if you want, but you don't have to. I'm going to invest a little bit into life though, so we aren't like just one shot out of nowhere sometime if we do accidentally get hit by something. Life investment is very important when you're playing on a higher difficulty because the bosses and enemies and everything do so much more damage. It's not necessarily about their tankiness, you do get the damage to defeat them, but they do become very, very harmful in terms of the damage that they deal to you. And if you don't have swing skills with the bulwark or slam skills with the resilience, you do find it much more difficult to survive. So, you know, if you want easy times in low, higher difficulty maps or higher plus around sigils, then look at getting yourself swing and slam skills because those are going to help you get those early defenses quite easily. Okay, we don't need that. We don't need the poison anymore. Just get rid of them now. I would have liked to have seen a golem, but unfortunately we didn't. But we finally got the skill we were looking for, at least one of them. There's actually another one. Oh no, yeah, okay. We'll keep this one for now, but I think the flamethrower might be better than combustion, but we'll keep our eyes on it. And we might as well grab a little bit of damage on Chaos Eruption as well, since, you know, it actually has a massive amount of damage increase. So comparing that to our Meteor Shower, it's actually very, very strong. So there we go. So this is the most important part over here. Searing Ash, increase the critical strike chance of your skills of type fire. So that's going to be Meteor Shower and Combustion. It's just mostly important for Meteor Shower. We gain 0.4% per stack of burn, up to a maximum of 200% critical strike chance. What's really nice is that actually stacks infinitely, so as many times as I take that, that number, the maximum number, is going to increase. So we're just going to keep grabbing that as much as we possibly can. We're going to grab Poison to Daze now, we're going to grab the Exposed, we're going to grab Shattered, and every time before we grab one of those, we are going to go and grab, obviously, the skills that give us that. So we're going to grab this Poison to Daze now, or Daze to Disoriented. I think Disoriented will be better in the beginning, so we'll start with that, and then we'll go back to Midorahks, get that, go back to Aranak, get the Poison to Dazed, go back to the other one to get more fire, burned, crit, whatever it is, and move like that. So that's the entire plan. Also getting Skill Chain is a very good plan as well. We do need critical strike chance, so that's really good. Still looking for flamethrower, but if we don't find it, I mustn't, you know, stress too much about it. You can use combustion, so we did find the last one, or you can run your bloodlust if you want. It really doesn't matter. You don't necessarily need the last skill, since it will help with skill chain anyway, having multiple of the chaos skills, because you'll see skill chain chaos to fire more often. And we have chaotic, so that's going to help as well. Alright, all down. There's another skill chain, more skill chain. Arcane knowledge, so we get the multicast there. Multicast for fire already. We get the skill chain. We do want damage, but I think we can go with the multicast first regardless. Damage will be very, very powerful as well. Even more multicasting. Ooh, a beautiful arcane to chaos as well. See, it's okay to get arcane to chaos because chaos eruption is a damaging skill as well. So having that deal more damage more often is also very good for us. So it doesn't really matter. It's actually going to be very interesting to see which one deals more damage. Are we going to get more damage out of Meteor Shower, or are we going to get more damage out of our Chaos Eruption? I think Meteor Shower because of the crits that we get per burn stack, because that isn't going to be affecting Chaos Missile because that isn't a fire typing. So even though it deals damage based on the burn stacks, unfortunately it isn't a fire typing skill. Oh, whoops, accidentally rerolled there, but whatever, we might as well do it again. We get damage increases here. I am going to take it because it's increasing the damage here. 3, 8, 5. Ooh, that's actually quite big. But, yeah, let's keep going. I don't need bleed. We can grab a slow. That was our first slow, actually.
This power, it burns through.
Although we don't actually need slow because we already have disarray. However, slowing enemies is actually a really good defense here because especially these small mobs that can just chip away at your health, slowing them down is very, very good. So essentially we turn combustion into a slow field. So anything that runs into it starts getting slowed if we aren't attacking it with everything else. And it does allow us to be a little bit more, aggressive, or at least we don't have to worry too much more about them because they're not going to grab or get to us before they land up being defeated. If that makes sense. It only works a little bit though, because eventually they just get too much resistance where slow then lands up doing hardly anything to them. Okay, burn, burn. That's the best thing for us. Movement speed is also great here. Laugh, burn, crit. We need more. Not seeing enough crit, to be honest, especially common, uncommon, and rare ones. Okay, let's see what shows up first. Dazed or disoriented?
Titan's blood runs hot. That's good.
Multicast, and we got both. Alright, we'll start with disoriented since we are focusing on the crit more. And now we start the process of doing it over again. So there's Midorahks. We're going to go grab the fire ash.
The flames rise.
The searing ash, sorry. And keep doing this process. Next we'll just grab I don't know, something silly. We'll grab exposed first, because I think that's going to just shoot our damage up quite a lot. And we can even grab slow to brittle to increase the amount of brittle we're applying, because the more brittle the better. There's just so much we can do with all the others while we're busy setting up our critical fire as well. Did I not stand on this? Oh, it was still... Okay, that's perfectly fine. Opening up over here. Not enough objectives. Focus everything onto the bosses. The meteor shower landed on them. Our meteor shower is definitely doing far more than the other skill. But that's probably because of the critical strike chance that we've got on it. Okay, slow to disarray just helps us get more disarray. I should have taken the critical strike chance there. I'm going to banish all the things that I'm not going to see, so damage for skills that we don't want to see, as well as other upgrades like that. We do get the damage increase here, as well as multicast, so that's very good. Still waiting for the other skill, which I'm not seeing. So damage increases. I'm not even going to take this one because we might be changing out that skill. But there, that damage we don't need. Arcane to Chaos is fine, but that's even better. I'll reroll that. Take a crit. Alright, not too bad. Okay, we just need a meteor shower to drop on her head.
The flames demand more of you. Keep going.
And when it does, it deals a lot. Remember, our Ascension also applies Burn and Shattered, and it also allows us to just do that much more damage. So the more burn we stack, the better. I have to check how much burn stack we've got on the next boss fight, because, or on the next elites in that. I mean, we did get to 200,000 poison stacks relatively easy when we were trying that poison only build as well, which was pretty interesting. But let's see what happens. Not seeing that skill. This is bad. Okay, we got fire to chaos. We might as well grab it. What the heck? Grab the burn. There we go. We finally see flamethrower. So flamethrowers every 0.25 seconds. Much, much better. We do want some area of effect for a fire skills as well. Why not? So now we've got the flamethrower and we've got the Chaos Inferno. Very good. What's not good is the fact that I had to run so far to get an objective. Okay, we no longer need to see those. We can go for that. More movement speed, area of effect, good. I am going to grab area of effect. We're not doing brittle to colossal here. We could, but I feel like I want to watch with the full visibility on this round. Okay, a nice +3 over here for us. And it's not a boss run. I mean, Chaos Eruption is doing quite a decent amount of damage, but nothing nearly as high as our Meteor Shower. Still need more skill chain.
The fire grows. Almost there.
Okay, hopefully by doing this one over here, it will bring up a 2 or a 3 somewhere else.
And torch the rest.
Where is the last... be down here. There we go.
The flames demand more of you. Keep going.
Okay, we didn't get another 2 spawning, so that's a bit of an unfortunate circumstance there.
One step, one spark close.
Guess we'll just do this one over here. And it happens to be a boss fight. I mean, that's not really a bad thing because that's going to allow us to get more XP and stuff, so it's fine. Go for the damage rather over the skill chain. Here's none of those are the skill chain we're looking for. There's a Chaos to Fire, and we're just going to lock again. I guess Multicast it is. I'm not finding damage. It's like damage is super rare. Alright, as you can see, our damage is definitely making an impact now. Okay, more damage, cast frequency, damage for everything else. Which one has a higher cast frequency? I think this one's better to be lower. That as well, more multicast. This one's a beam, so the cast frequency, as long as it is lower than its duration, is fine. Multicast will be more important after that. But the cast frequency on the magic missile is quite important, also because it applies fragility, because it shoots out a certain amount of projectiles, and the faster you can shoot them, the better. Anyway, we need another stack, so as you can see, it increases the critical strike chance, and it increases to the maximum bonus possible as well. So let's get that as high as possible. Alright, Misa heads next. Although we could have done, I mean, the order doesn't really matter. You can do whatever you want. I'm just running with Exposed because I think Exposed is very, very powerful. And if you ever get a loot goblin, you want to try and make sure it is on Midorahks. Of course, it is all RNG. But what I mean by that is if one spawns on your map, don't defeat it unless it is on Midorahks map. So you can ignore them, and then there's a chance that they respawn on the next map as well. And that's going to help you become far more powerful. 1, because you get free levels, but 2, because you can pick Midorahk a second time in a row. By the way, this works perfectly because this does not have a base damage, so it cannot crit. So only Meteor Fire is getting the benefits of having, I mean, Meteor Shower has got the benefits of having the Midorahk passive. Alright, multicasting, we'll put the damage there, another damage increase there, cast frequency, skill, ooh, a nice multicast there, beautiful, love to see them. Okay, we need even more cast frequency, and we need... okay, so that's what we don't want. Let's just leave him. It is very good to grab them for the free XP, but like I mentioned, we want to try and get it on Midorahk. And this way, if we don't defeat it, there is a good chance that it can respawn. I don't know the percentages, I could be imagining things, but as long as you don't defeat him, I know for a fact that I've personally had it where they respawn at the next map, or at least there's a chance for it to respawn on the next map. So that's the plan. Hopefully it comes through on video, so you know, you guys can see that that's how it works.
One step, one spark.
And that sometimes patience is a virtue. Oh, but you know what, it might not show up on the next one because we've got the... it can still actually before you do the Void King fight. It can show up in that area.
The fire grows. Almost there.
Oh, but then it's a waste. Okay, we won't defeat it again. So if we see it in the Netherworld, we won't defeat it again because the Netherworld lets you pick whatever one you want regardless as well. So if we did Midorahk now, then you could do Midorahk after the Netherworld as well. Kind of a waste. Alright, when Meteor Shower spawns that way, it really kills us. Okay, I just need a bit of movement speed. Critical strike chance as well is not high enough. There we go, those are the ones we like to see. Over here, I am looking for damage. I'm happy to grab that as well. Well, actually, this works out perfectly fine. A multicast for our Meteor Shower on its own. We also get the multicast there. I've only got one more lock. I'm going to keep it just in case we get a double legendary we really want to use. Burn supply, ignite. I mean, crits can now burn more. That's far more powerful than the spontaneous combustion, but we can only get so many of them. So they are more rare. So spontaneous combustion is going to be applying more burn damage, but you'll apply more burn stacks if you get more of the critical strike because it's a 50% chance instead of a 25% chance. Also, really not that difficult to defeat the boss there. Okay, exposed on hit is what we're looking for. If the game can give it to us, thank you very much. Now we get to fight the Void King and see where we can go from there. But you get the general idea, you know, we'll do it a couple more. We'll do maybe 6 or 7 Titans so you can see, but the general idea is there. We'll see how much quicker we can go on to whether or not we go further or not. It's all up to how quickly we defeat the Void King.
The final battle, the last great blaze, my soul rejoices.
Okay, there we go.
The spell unravels. The Void King's time is near.
This is going to be a good one. I can smell it because we've got a lot of good objectives coming up. There's a 3, we got another 3, then we've got push us to 10 with the 2 that are sitting over there. It's nice when you've got high objectives to get through things a lot quicker.
Another fragment. One step
Just makes things quicker, you know, so you don't have to keep running after the +1s in the corners like the one that just spawned there.
the flame I gather shall burn.
Hopefully we can get another plus there. Okay, there we go. I'm happy with the +2. +4s would be even better, but can't complain.
Void fragments gathered. They should break the seal.
There was a +3 that just spawned, and that's the end of it. So it's a +2 and a plus. Let's go do the +3 first, because the +2 is right there by the boss anyway.
Let's take the mineral and torch the rest.
And it's a boss fight, so it'll take that a little bit longer.
The spell unravels. The Void King's time is near.
But yeah, that's the point. You want to kind of do the ones where it's always +3s, +4s, because then the run actually goes a lot faster, especially if you're trying to speed run. Sometimes it's not about the build, it's purely RNG. Firstly, if you have these boss fights and you can't clear them fast enough, you're going to be spending a lot of time trying to clear the bosses. Whereas if you've got the damage, you're going to be in a much better spot. Okay, we don't need fire to arcane. Grab all those. Cast frequencies good. More cast frequencies. Multicasts, crits good. Arcane to fire and chaos to fire are good. I'm actually not going to lock this. We'll just, actually I will. They're both very strong and they're exactly what we want. Okay, crits may apply slow. We've actually had that before. My bad. I should have re-rolled that. And then we just look at grabbing spontaneous stacks now. Alright, damage over a random enemy. I mean, if the random enemy is the only enemy there, then it's going to be perfect for us. We're going to grab damage, cast frequency, and that, you know, the usual. Nothing too amazing to grab. The Veil of Shadow works the best. Pretty cool. Oh, it didn't actually go on him. Alright, there we go. I think we have actually, we might have enough area of effect where the meteor is hitting everything. Okay, perfect. A very nice, beautiful run over there. We are, of course, if you didn't know it, we are going to go and grab the wound. Okay, Midorahks, and then we hope for even, we hope for the loot goblin to come back. But yeah, this is the kind of thing that I'm talking about. As you can see over here, we have way too many 1-star events. So the objectives, I don't know, I wish there was a setting. You made the game a little bit harder, but you could make it so it's only 2-star and above appear. I don't know, something silly like that maybe. Obviously making, getting more movement speed makes a big difference here. I do like that the skills don't necessarily, you know, make you lose vision as well. Alright, it's another +1, and it's a boss fight. I'm actually going to wait, because those take forever. Where these are so much quicker. I mean, look at this, they're done and dusted. The boss fight, by the time the bosses have spawned, you could have done 2 or 3 objectives. It's another one. Ugh. Okay, we didn't get out of it in time. Arcane to fire, cast frequencies, multicasts, just crit, more crits on everything.
The fire grows. Almost there.
Okay, there's a 2 and a 3 over here. I can't make it through there. There's no tunnel. Unfortunately, no loot goblin. He never came back, so maybe we should have defeated him. But again, like I mentioned, I wanted it to be on here so we could get this on 2 of the same boss at the same time, or you know, one after the other, so we can stack that fire crit way more times. But a little bit unfortunate there. Oh, there was another +3 here. Okay, we could actually get more area of effect. Alright, this is the plan, guys. We're gonna do this. We're gonna grab the fire crit. We're gonna grab oh, we could grab fragility to radiance. I mean radiance to multicast. Although we don't actually have radiance. Okay, we'll grab the brittle. I'm not speaking any sense. I need to double check what we grabbed again. I think we grabbed disarray, so now we'll go Aranak for the disarray to disoriented. And after that, we're gonna go and grab the area of effect. Let's see what happens. And then if it's too much for me to handle, then we'll call it there. So I want damage, if we can even find it. Okay, let me get rid of some of these things. Okay, we found damage, it's fine. Just, it hurt me. It knew. It's like, he's gonna get rid of us. Chaos to fire is good as well. We're gonna try and get as much area of effect as possible. It will be obviously 1000%, but we don't want to get it just yet. We want to stack one more fire crit thing. Stack wise, only 25,000 stacks on the bosses, so it's not even that high. We might not. Okay, there we go. 1.2% critical strike chance, up to 600% critical strike chance. We can go and grab the dazed, poisoned dazed as well from this, or we can grab shattered, or we can grab fragility or radiance or anything else. But we're going to do this. Do one more Midorahk as well, and completely destroy our eyeballs with the area of effect. That's just interesting. I want to see what happens with all the skills. Most of them I don't think area actually matters that much, so it's going to be very, very interesting. Obviously our ascension gets really, really hugely affected by area, so it's going to be these massive winged draconic flames, which will be pretty awesome. But the rest of it, except Meteor Shower, doesn't really look like it. Although actually Chaos Eruption is quite big as well. What's really nice is beam skills work so well off area, and that just made me think of a beautiful silly video for us. So Monday we've got another idea. Okay, there's a lot of 3s here, which is great. So there's this one, puts us to 12, and then there's one right at the top. And defensively, we actually absolutely melt everything still. So it would seem shattered. I mean, okay, we've got shattered with our draconic flames. So I was going to say shattered isn't really that necessary, but that's because we've got the shattered there. So that maybe makes it feel like we don't need shattered when we actually do still need it. Start going to pick up armors, health, and blocks now, because everything is starting to scale. Damage, multicast, cast frequency. We go and grab this. Okay, we're gonna grab the, I'm sure we picked up this one. Yeah, we did. So poisoned dazed. Last, or well, you know, not our last one, but we're definitely gonna just check this out to see what happens. So we'll do 2 more Titans, 1 more for the AoE, and then another one to see what happens after we've got it. As long as we get really good objectives to do, we should be in a pretty good spot. And Meteor Shower is going crazy because of the skill chain. Love to see it.
One step, one spark closer. The fire grows, almost there.
Going to be interesting to see the damage of the Meteor Shower compared to Chaotic Eruption. I mean, to be fair, we didn't really buff the Chaotic Eruption as much as we've done the Meteor.
Let's take the mineral and torch the rest. Task complete. The gate nears.
Okay, we've got a +3 at the bottom there and a +2, so those are the last 2 that we need. It's nice when it's not all +1, +1, +1s. Don't sit there in the corner thinking I won't see you. Thank you. +2's over here. Of course, it's a boss fight. Here's Arcane to Fire. Beautiful. Fire to Chaos is fine. Multicasting. A bit more movement speed. We can add these actually, so increase the amount we gain. Multicast. Merciless is good. Let's go get our area of effect. I mean, we just got some area effect for everything anyway, but oops. I mean, getting a difference between like 200% area of effect and 1000 area of effect is quite clear, as you'll see. Also, why do we... I mean, the amount of... Okay, maybe now we need a bit of shattered. Bosses are becoming a far more tanky. Yeah, it would be nice if we actually hit the boss. Alright, fantastic. So, grab that. We are going to grab the brittle if it wants to show up. Alright, it nearly didn't show up. So there we go, brittle to colossal. Let's do one more round. We want to see what this looks like on 100% visibility. And we can do something like a broken. That doesn't look like the build's actually that strong. Going further, we've kind of skipped a couple of good upgrades, but oops. This definitely makes a big difference. At least it's not that much visual clutter, because it's literally just a big meteor. But this is very, very good. Maybe we... Oh, no, wait. When it goes over there, it's actually an eyesore. But otherwise, visually, everything else... The way that beams work is that they stay that same size, but they hit everything on the screen. So it's actually really, really cool to run beam builds, which is what we're doing on Monday. Let's see what this is like against bosses. Just need to get the fire started, and then obviously we melt absolutely everything. Love to see that happen. Okay, I don't actually like doing this one, but we'll do it. Because, I mean, it's literally 12 seconds of our life that we have to stand here running away from these guys. It's an easy 1 star, but you only get it in a 1 star, so it's also kind of like, ugh. Okay, we only need 1 more +1. There's no boss fight here, so let's just do this one. There we go. Let's see what our damage is like. I don't know. I'm not very excited to see. I don't think we've got... oh, an arcane fire. Let's go. Yeah, I don't know what it is. We just don't see a lot of... I don't know how to explain this. Also, we don't need area of effect or that, so we'll grab that instead. We don't need area of effect, but I can't do anything there, so we'll grab that. Fire to chaos is fine. More crit. Damage. Damage. Even more damage for Draconic Flame. I feel like we, even with the upgrades we have, we just don't do enough damage. But let's see if adding the area of effect made a difference or not. So Chaos Eruption just looks completely silly. Also, we have so many upgrades that we actually might have to turn them off, because when we try and move to the side there, as you can see, it doesn't help us. Okay, that was my bad.
Burns out. Wait.
I actually can't see anything. Okay, let's just turn down the visuals a little bit. Or all the way. Yep, so we needed other skills, like form would have been really good here. Adding other damaging abilities, defensive abilities would have been really good here. Stacking other negative effects, maybe. I don't know. We just... I think we'll still beat him by the skin of our teeth. There we go. But we're definitely not going to be able to win after this. So over here we would grab Shattered. Maybe we should have grabbed it earlier. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We made it to 9, which isn't bad. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.